Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be covering Live Twins, one of the decks that I'm looking forward to playing in post-Bolt of Destiny. And of course, with Advent of Mega Tins and Crossout being in the Tins confirmed, I think this is one of the best decks in order to make use of that card. And why? Well, mainly because it has already so much room to play non-engine cards, which makes Crossout a way better card in this deck than other decks. A lot of the combo decks can't really fit Crossout in one of hand traps without hurting their consistency as well. They're already putting in cards like Talents, and most combo decks don't really have room for upwards of 12 plus tech cards, but decks that already can use tech cards can make really good use of Crossout, and the Live Twin deck, which is a one card combo centric deck, can definitely take advantage of it. But before we get into the deck profile and the combo that I'm going to be showing towards the end, don't forget to check me out at twitch.tv/packtcg. I do a lot of content on there regarding the competitive scene, React Andes every now and then, just so I can make you guys a better player. But without further ado, let's jump right into the deck profile. So we have 3 Live Twin Kiss a Kill and 3 Live Twin Lilla. These monsters are basically the one card starters for the deck. Essentially, Lilla, one card does 3 draws and a pop. Kiss a Kill does 2 draws and a pop, and I'll explain the difference soon. Next, we play 3 Desires because this deck is very similar to Zoos. The first 20 cards of this deck is literally engine pieces, consistency cards, but the last 20 are all non-engine. Just imagine 20 non-engine cards that this deck can jam in to combat any strategy. Desires is a really good card in this deck because you play 3 of most of the cards. You don't mind banishing most of them so that you can just draw and get the pluses. Stunishes is the tanky for the deck. Rip tanky to 1, but this card is still at 3, allowing you to add any Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand, so you can search extenders like Frost or basically Treat. The cool thing with Sunny Snitch is that every time your opponent normals or specials while you have an Evil Twin monster, you gain 200 life points and inflict 200. In the testing that I've been doing, this effect is actually super relevant because it helps sets you up for game shots. What I mean by that is that in Burst of Destiny, there's going to be a new Link monster called Trouble Sunny that's going to get released. And we'll talk about her when we get there, but that card does 5,500 damage. So having your opponent's life a little bit lowered with the minus 200 puts them in lethal shot a lot easier for you to go for OTKs. Next, we have Secret Password. This adds any Live Twin spell or trap, and you can add an Evil Twin monster if you control Kiss a Kill Nilla already, but it basically adds you the tanky or adds you the E-Telly. And then we have Frost and Treat. So what these cards do is this card lets you draw an extra card if your opponent add any card from the main deck to the hand by a card effect, except during the damage step while you control an Evil Twin monster. So it's super nice. You banish from the graveyard and you draw 1. Live Twin Lilla Treat is a way to help you prevent you from dying. So if you were to take damage from a battle involving Evil Twin monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and the amount of damage that you took from that battle damage, you can make one of your opponent's monsters lose that much attack. So you can randomly survive a encounter, not to just with this card, which if any of your Live Twin monsters survives, they help put a lot of pressure up on the next turn. Next, we play the one of Evil Twin Kiss a Kill and Lilla monster. So this is the only main deck Evil Twin, and the reason why I played is because it allows you to use Trouble Sunny's graveyard effect, which is it can send any Evil Twin monster, but these are considered Live Twins, so you can't send these cards from the main deck to the graveyard. You have to send an Evil Twin monster, and the only main deck Evil Twin monster available is this card. This card is also not too bad in trap decks because you can activate its effect to make it so if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, they have to send cards they control until they only control 2. So which is pretty neat. And most of the time, you always have a Kiss a Kill or a Lilla monster in your graveyard, so it always is at 4,400 stat line, which is pretty good at helping OTK your opponent. So yeah, there's nothing not much to say there. You definitely can cut this card and play the 3rd Veiler instead, but I'm definitely trying this, and I wanted to help you guys know a little bit more about the tech choices that you can make in this deck. The other option to play this card is because of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, a card that's going to change the metagame for sure. It's it can change itself to pop cards, but one of the ways you out that card is by sending it or using Dingirsu-esque effects. And the Sunny Snitch having an Evil Twin main deck monster allows you to out the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. So that makes that really strong. Hand trap lineup is obviously always going to be in the works because we don't know how the format's going to be shaped up yet. But I think Ash Blossom is still an insane card. I think Nibiru is really strong as well. Valor, Bell, and then Impermanence. The reason why Valor's at 2 instead of Imperm at 2, and I think Valor should honestly maybe be at 3 if you were to cut the Evil Twin monster, is mainly because you can draw into it. You draw a lot in this deck, so like, you know, getting advantage of your draws allows you to like you draw on your opponent's turn, and you like usually like I think 2 times, which makes it so that if you can draw into like hand traps like Valor, Imperm, or like Ash, it's really, really nice. Or hand traps that you can use immediately. Next, we play Forbidden Droplets because of the really cool interaction of like the Live Twin normal summon with a Forbidden Droplet, which cracks a lot of boards. You can go like normal summon Live Twin, Kiss a Kill, use its effect. They can chain like Savage, and you can chain Forbidden Droplet, sending the Kiss a Kill and negating their Savage, then summoning Lilla, and then Lilla's effect resolves to summon like the Kiss a Kill Frost, which is like really, really nice because these monsters trigger on normal or special, and as long as you control no other monsters, you can use its effect to summon a Kiss a Kill monster from your hand or deck. So that's why Forbidden Droplet is really good in this deck. It's basically like a card that consistently outboards. Oops, accidentally dropped it. But it's a card that consistently outboards, which makes it really, really crazy. Next, we have for Tactics. I mean, this is a no-brainer. If the format warrants a lot of hand traps, it's really, really strong going first. But also, like, going second. This card just helps to, like, breaks your opponent's boards and, like, crack their board. So it's very, very good. Crossout Designator, like I said before, decks that can play a lot of non-engine already can play Crossout and like have it fit very naturally into their deck without, you know, playing awkward hand traps to like try and make this card work. The other cool thing about Crossout is to consider is that if you were to go first and you don't get interrupted, the allure of like Call by the Grave is that, like, you know, if you go first with a Call by the Grave, you don't get hand trap, you set Call by the Grave, it now becomes a trap card. Well, it's not always true with Crossout Designator. If you were to go full combo with Crossout in your starting hand, you set Crossout and you pass. Crossout doesn't always negate a card your opponent controls. However, if you have generic cards in your deck, because you have played so many non-engine cards, then Crossout does have versatility. So what I mean by that is, if I were to go first and set Crossout and have cards like Desires, Tactics, and Forbidden Droplets, I can use Crossout to negate these cards now because they're already in my main deck. I can also use it to negate Bell, which answers like my Link 4, right? So this card, if you were to full combo with and have it set, can still be live to negate a lot of these power cards as well. Because Desires isn't going to be in a lot of people's main decks, like Soul Swords. Tactics is going to be the Soul Sword deck as well. So, like, you know, knowing that these cards are in your opponent's decks and using Crossout to negate that is, like, really, really powerful. Next, for the extra deck, I think you play 3 Kiss a Kill and 3 Lilla. These are just, like, the Link 2s that allows you to, like, one of them is a pop. This one pops if you control a Kiss a Kill while you summon her. And then this one can let you draw a card when you control Lilla while you Magic Summon her. And then you have like Trouble Sunny, which is basically a rocket ride, but it's a quick effect rocket ride. So the way it works is that like you can tribute this card quick effect to bring back a Kiss Kill and or Lilla, and it doesn't target. So even if they crow from the targets, you're still in a good spot. And you don't have to bring 1 and 1. You can choose to bring or like just 1, which is like really important to take note of. The other thing is that you can banish this card from the graveyard for cost and send 1 Evil Twin monster from your hand, deck, or face the field to the graveyard for cost to send any card on the field non-targeting. So, like, just absolutely, like, bonkers effects for a Link 4. You play 3 of this as well because you literally make all 3 of it. Then for, like, you're usually locked on, like, Fiend monsters when you use, like, Kiss a Kill or you're using Lilla, like, Evil Twin effects. So playing like Phoenix, Unicorn, and Cerberus is really nice because they have really good arrows with your Evil Twin and like they're Fiend monsters, so they get you like multiple draws. You might see that I don't play Abomination. It's mainly because like you never need to make it when you have Trouble Sunny, which is generally just better than Abomination like 95% of the time. And then for the XYZs, I play the Sky Cavalry Centauri, which is like a really good card to make going second in a board if you need to Zeus your opponent. So like if you go like normal summon Live Twin and like they don't stop it, and then you summon a Kiss Kill, you overlay into this, you attack, make Downer, then make Zeus. It's just another option to have, like, versatility for the deck in order to have access to a Zeus engine. So I thought, like, that would be really, really neat. But now, let's get into, like, the combo and how, like, the deck functions. And also show some, like, really cool interactions with the deck that I've learned while playing it. Of course, like, any one-card Evil Twin monster is lit. Like, you can see, like, this was a hand that I didn't, like, you know, just put into my hand. Like, this is the hand that I drew off a test hand. And we'll start off with, like, the 1-card starter, which is going to be Lilla. Lilla is going to summon you the Frost. And then we're going to always go for the draw combo, which is you want to make red first, because red is going to bring back the blue. And then you're going to use blue and red to summon another blue. And then blue is going to summon back red. And when red is summoned while you control a blue, you get to draw a card. So that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to use both of these and convert them to the Link 4. And then we can activate Desires to draw 2 more cards. Our hand is looking insane, by the way. This is like 4 hand traps. And then like if you want to play around Nib, you actually don't set crossout. You have 1 more Nib left into the deck. You always check your banish, especially if you're playing crossout. But like you have 1 more Nib left in your deck, so if they try to Nib you at the end of your combo, you want to hold this in your hand. So when you leave main phase, you leave it right here. On your opponent's turn, you would go Trouble Sunny, effect, Tribute for cost, summon these 2 back. You would use the effects simultaneously to draw 1 and pop a card, so you will do that. If your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, you can activate Frost Effect to banish to draw another card. And then, of course, you have like Impermanence, Veiler, Ash, Nib to stop your opponent also from playing the game. And then next turn we draw for turn, and we can like use Trouble Sunny to like send one of these, and then send a card and use its effect, bring back, and then basically try to put a lot of pressure up. Now, here are some cool interactions with this deck that I think would be really, really nice to know. So let me shuffle the deck up, and I'm gonna show you just another like test hand really quick, and like one of like the cool interactions you should know about this deck. So we're gonna go normal summon Lilla, and we're gonna summon Frost again. We're gonna use both of these into a red. Use red to bring back blue, like I said. Use these 2 into the blue. Bring back the red. Oh, sorry, bring back the other red, and then we're gonna draw a card. We're gonna use both of these into the Link 4. And then on your opponent's turn, you use the effect like I mentioned, and you summon these 2 back, right? You're gonna draw another card, and then like you're gonna pop a card, and then we'll activate this to draw 1 more card, and then it's gonna pass back to us. On our turn, what you can do is something really nice, which is you can activate Trouble Sunny effect, banishing itself for cost, and sending Lilla for cost. So we automatically send one of the cards they control, and it doesn't target, which is really insane. And then we can activate Kiss a Kill effect to bring back the Lilla, and then use Lilla effect to pop a card they control. So like this card can actually send like these from the field to the graveyard, and then you can then use these cards to bring back your other Evil Twin monsters in the graveyard, because you can only use the effect to reborn a Kiss a Kill if you don't control a Kiss a Kill already. So like one of the ways you bypass that is to like do something like this, where you activate this, send the Link to the graveyard, send a card they control, activate Kiss a Kill, bring it back, summon Lilla, and then use this effect to like pop another card. And then if you really wanted to, you can use both of these into another blue, and then use the blue to bring back a red, and then draw 1 more card. So that's kind of like the gist of how you kind of play this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing like, pretty much daily uploads of all the decks that are going to be coming out in Burst of Destiny, and decks that I think are really neat and cool, that are like playable and like interesting, that's going to be changing the meta up a little bit for us, even though the ban list wasn't as great. But of course, if you guys enjoy it, let me know by hitting the thumbs up, by subscribing, and just commenting down what deck do you want to see out of Bo that you want me to profile. And without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.